All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We have a full body conditioning workout coming at you. There we go. For equipment for today, we are going to be getting hot and heavy, getting our heart rate up. That is the focus of today's class, which will include some higher impact stuff. So I'm wearing my shoes because I would like that additional support for my ankles, my knees, my hips, all of the above. Of course, I have options for those of you who are low impact as well. We are going to be using some equipment. I will incorporate my 8-pound dumbbells and give you guys band options. And then you need your mat. And that is about it for this workout today. Let's start off with this warm-up that's going to come to the end of the mat, standing hip width apart in our feet, starting with that walkout. So we'll soften up the knees, try to keep the legs straight so that we get that little bit of a stretch through the back of the legs, and then we shall walk down to the bottom. When you guys get down here, we'll step in. And on this first one, we're just going to step in and then reset and walk back up to the top. When you get here, we'll reach those arms over our head. A little bit of a bend over to one side, a little bit of a bend over to the other side, and then we'll go back down and do that 4 more times. Now on the next 4, when we step in, we're going to add in that nice open with an exhale where we follow our hands with our eyes, open up towards the ceiling, and then we'll do that on the outside, opening, and then now we walk back up, reach those arms over our head, do our little side bends, and then go through that 3 more times. Let's do it. So make sure we are good to go. Yes. Okay. So we're taking our time with this one. Full body situation going on here. We're getting some dynamic stretching in the hamstrings, opening up the hips as we rotate through the low back. So we'll go through these 5. Yes. And then you guys are going to switch and come to the front of your mat. So take some nice deep breaths, and then we'll bring ourselves to the front of the mat. I'm just going to turn facing you so you can see what's happening here. One more hopping in. Okay, so we're standing hip width apart, arms are down by our sides. Whoops. There we go. And we're going to step back into a lunge. The leg that's coming back into that back of the lunge position, we're going to send that arm up and over our head, and then we will reset to the top and do that on the other side. Going through 10 reps total, alternating legs right and left, 5 per side. I don't quite have enough room. I'm kind of hitting the wall there. So again, arms down by our sides. We're reaching up and trying to open up this entire side as we reach that arm over and towards the center. So I'm coming up and over my head. Not enough space on the screen. So we'll go through 10 of those total, 5 per side. Don't accidentally do 20. And then we're going to get ourselves into a narrow position with our feet, which we are probably already in. So we want our ankles right underneath our hips, soft knees. Arms are going to extend over our head, and you can't quite see my hands, but they're just straight up here. And we have our hip hinge, so that's where we're trying to push our hips back and then pull them forward. So we're strictly moving through the hips. I'll turn to the side so you guys can see this nice posture that I'm keeping. And I never want to see my hands, because if I do see my hands, that means my arms are dipping and falling out of that overhead position. So we'll go through 10 reps total, trying to really focus on sticking the butt out, pushing the hips back, and then pulling the hips forward, getting a little bit of that action happening in your glutes, starting to feel them warm up, wake up. We'll go through 10. There it is. All right. So as you guys come to an end, we will bring ourselves over to one side of the mat because we are going into our double side lunges up next. So I'm going to step out to one side, into the side lunge position, staying low, coming over to the other side, and then pushing myself up to the top. You can count every one of these, and we're doing 10 total. So I'm sending my arms out in front of me as I go down into that side lunge to promote my hips to be sent back behind me. We're getting that sneaky stretch in the inner thigh. Feel this here, and then over on the other side, and then we're using this leg to push ourselves up to the top. So 10 of those total. You guys got it going on. Stretching out that inner thigh, feeling again some work happening on your glutes, and we'll go through 10. Okay, so once you guys are done that one, we will bring ourselves down onto the floor for the last one before we start the first part of this workout. So, dead bug. Now, we're doing this for core activation reasons. We want everything in your core nice and fired up for this first part here, which is balancing stuff, which helps all in all together. So we're going to extend our arms so that our hands are sitting right over top of our shoulders, knees are over top of the hips. We want 90 degrees at the knees, squishing the lower back into the floor. We'll exhale and send our opposite leg and arm out, bring them back in, and then switch and do that on the other side. So we do lots of versions of this dead bug. Oftentimes I'll have you guys pause. If you're here on Monday, you did this one. This is a standard dead bug, which sometimes can be a lot harder because there's a lot of coordination going on here. So we want to make sure that these two limbs here that are not the moving ones don't tap into that, controlling those two and exhaling as you send them down. And we'll go through 20 reps of these total, 10 per side. I'm sorry, it's a little blurry down there. This camera just does not like when I go down on the floor. But that's okay. All right, so we'll go through those 20 of them, alternating, and then you guys can stand up to the top, and we are going to get this started. So, first part, you guys, is all about balance. This is our Wednesday theme that we've been following. So we're going to start off with our standing on one leg with the eyes closed, with an object in our hand, whether it is a dumbbell, a water bottle, your phone, maybe you're watching on your phone, whatever you got going on here, we're going to hold it in our hands for 30 seconds and pass it back and forth. So I'm going to be using my dumbbell, 8 pounds. It's going to be a little bit more challenging than just this phone or a water bottle or something like that. So I want you guys to get yourself set up for this. I'm going to have this clock just be running, and I will be your beep and timer and tell you when to switch sides. We'll be spending 30 seconds per side and going through 3 sets total. So you'll have 3 opportunities to see how well you can balance standing on one leg. So go ahead and grab your object. If you don't have one or you struggle with balance to begin with, then you don't have to use one. But we do want to challenge ourselves. So I'm going to press start on this timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're standing on one leg, whatever leg you want to start with. First off, we're just going to find our balance. Okay, so this leg's just lifted so it's not touching the floor. You don't necessarily have to bend it up. We just don't want it on the floor. Once you've found this balance, we can close our eyes. If you can maintain that with the eyes closed, whatever you're holding in your hand, you're going to pass it off to the other hand. And then pass it back to that first hand, which you guys can see totally messes us up. And switch sides. So that was 30 seconds. So we'll switch onto the other leg. Try to do the same thing. So first, find your balance. Maybe the eyes are open. Once you're good, you can close your eyes. Once you're good, you can try to pass whatever you got in your hands back and forth. I'm just going to make sure I watch this timer so you guys don't spend too much time on this one side. So we have 10 seconds left here. Trying to really tap into our core strength. 3, 2, and back to the first leg, second set. Here we go. So we'll try to go right into what we finished doing. If you really do struggle with that, you can go back into that build up. So again, starting with the eyes open, closing the eyes, and then eventually maybe passing or maybe just holding. That might mess you up too much. Okay, just breathing, standing 10 more seconds on this side. With the eyes closed. And switch sides. So second set on our second leg, trying to mimic what you guys did on the first side. Yes, this one is so much harder than it looks. Now, for those of you who are really good at balancing, you want to challenge yourself. If you make that pass bigger, and if you kind of lift up your arm as you go through, we're going to throw off our balance in our core as we're lifting up that weight to the side. So if you want to try that, that's something that you can do. You got one more set. It starts in 3, 2, 1, and switch back that first side. So this is it, final set of our standing on one leg, which I know seems so simple, but this one is an awesome one to help us improve our balance, especially as we are trying to shut our eyes It really does make us connect our brain and our body and our balance, which helps us improve it. A couple more deep breaths, you guys. 3, 2, 1, and we will switch sides. Sit, final set, extending on one leg. So try to shut those eyes, pass your object back and forth. Whatever you do, try your best not to touch that foot down. Good job, you guys. Let's go, let's go. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work. Okay, rest. Good job. So that was probably the harder one. Wanted to get that one over with first. The next one is same time format. I'm going to have that running clock. We're going to be spending 30 seconds per side. But this one is our static tightrope lunge that we talked about and incorporated in last week. So this one here, again, you do not need any equipment. For those of you who do want to make this harder, if you are to take that dumbbell and just kind of hold it, the dumbbell's going to want you over. Woo, it's already hard here. But let's get ourselves set up for this. You'll need some space. I just showed you that from the front here so you guys can see what's happening with my feet. So I don't quite have enough room to do it, though I'll turn to the side when I'm actually doing it, but you can stand hip width apart or a bit more narrow, and then we're going to take this foot, the ball of the foot, and step it behind the heel of this front foot. So we're essentially kind of standing on a tightrope, which is going to give us the balancing benefit in this lunge. So I'm going to press start on this timer so we don't waste no reps of time, and we're going to do 30 seconds on this side, 3 sets total, 30 seconds per side. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Timer has started. So again, we want to make sure, do a little shoulder check, make sure that you have that tightrope situation going on here. And then we'll dip up and down in this static lunge. Now, if you're good here, if you can maintain your balance, we're going to shut our eyes, okay? See if we can do this with those eyes closed. Breathing through this. See how you feel on this first set. A couple more reps of them. 3, 2, and switch sides. So we'll right away switch, send that other foot back, and try to do the same thing that we did over on this side as the first side. Now your depth doesn't necessarily matter too much in this one. The goal is not really to work the legs, it's to work balance. So we don't have to sit down to 90 degrees if you don't want to, or maybe you're sore from Monday or you have sensitive knees or whatever it is. Most important thing is that you are in that tightrope position and switch. So we'll go back to the first side. And if you want to make this a bit more challenging, if you were to hold something in your hand and then go through this, especially if we're closing our eyes. Woo! Okay, you can try that out for your own. But it's something that we can start to think about on this one. So 10 more seconds over here. Another one that is much harder than it looks. And switch, second set on our second side. So we'll try our best to stay lifted onto the toes of that back foot rather than like dipping onto the heel like this. It's not good for the muscle that runs down the back of that lower leg, your calf or your Achilles, which you've probably heard of that guy, which kind of runs down the back of the ankle. So by pushing onto the toe, we're going to help avoid any bad stuff from happening back there. 3, 2, and switch, and last side, you guys. This is it. So final set, final side. See if you can challenge yourself. And if you need to extend those arms out to the sides to help you out, whatever you gotta do. There you go. Okay, so breathe through this. We'll go through a couple more on the side. We have 10 more seconds. Got my smarty dog friend back. Can't see her, she's here. 3, 2, and switch sides, you guys. This is it. Last set, last side. Let's do it. It's extra hard when you're like looking off to the side and trying to do this. So we'll breathe through, try to control these reps as best as you can. 15 seconds left. Time for a couple more of them. Nice and slow. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work, guys. Okay, good job. You can grab yourself some water. We are going to get you started on our first of 2 circuits that we got going on today. So we are working off of a timer, which you probably expected, because I don't want you to have to think about counting. I want you guys to just think about working as hard as you can in these 4 sets that we are going to do, working off this timer for 3 exercises. So for our first and second circuit, we're going to do a little different. I don't know why this thing totally lagged out on me. There we go. Oh, it's doing it again. That's okay. It's just my timer on my secondary timer app because I like to beep out loud a little bit better. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Okay. So what we're going to do for our first part here, starting down on the floor, we're going to spend 30 seconds per side. There's my partner crying. So 30 seconds per side. The timer is going to run for a minute. I'm going to tell you guys when to switch sides. So we're going to go 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We'll have 20 seconds on that clock for your transition between our 3 exercises. And I'm going to show you guys the next 2 on the timer, and we can just start this so that we can just get through this. So we're headed down onto the mat. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to kind of push you off a little bit. Thank you for coming out. You can just sit right there if you like. We're going to work with our bird dog rows. So I'm going to take my dumbbell. For those of you who are working with bands, we can just anchor one half of the band around our hand like this. And then grab the other half in our hand like this, because we are doing a bird dog row. So for 30 seconds, we're going to be in this position, pulling in this arm, extending the opposite leg, 30 seconds on this side, and then we'll switch and do 30 seconds on the other side. And then the next 2 exercises are standing and off of the mat. Oh, you. But we're going to start here, okay? So I'm going to press start on this timer. We're going to get you guys moving through the bird dogs, and then we will talk about the other 2 on the timer, okay? Are we ready for this? As ready as we're ever going to be? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. Just give me 30 more seconds here, maybe even 20. This thing is just not working out for me. Technical difficulties. It's a way of life. You know what I mean? Okay. So we're going to get you guys, I'm not sure if this is going to beep, but don't you stress, because I will be your very nice beep. All right, so we're going to get you guys going in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Timer has started, so have you. Let's do it. So we're going through this one side, trying to keep our core nice and strong. We're not arching or rounding as we go through these rows. We're doing all this one side for this 30 seconds. As you guys pull in that weight, we're trying to extend the leg at the same time. So everything is working together as one. Breathing through a couple more of these reps. Woo, woo. And switch sides. So we'll be working now on the other side. Quick transition, and we'll get going into it right away. So we have a full body situation going on here. We're pulling it in, lots of core work going on here. You should feel your glute as we're extending that leg out. Get you guys going for 10 more seconds. Woohoo! There it is. 3, 2, 1, and we are standing up. Nice work, you guys. Okay. So yes, no beat, but that's okay. I will be your beat. So next one is our power lunges. So same style, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. No transition time in between, so we basically just have to hustle. We're going to step back into a lunge and then exhale and power jump ourselves off of the floor, extending that opposite leg up, trying to use the arms and go. Here we go. Started that first leg. Let's do it. For those of you who are low impact, we can just shoot up onto that toe at the top. Still trying to drive the knee, still working with those arms. 30 seconds over here. Let's do it. So let's go. 10 seconds left, you guys. So we're trying to exhale, which you know helps us be stronger, more powerful, and switch sides. Other leg, same energy, same intensity. Let's go. Trying to coordinate those arms, opposite arm, opposite leg. I know sometimes can be a little easier said than done. So we'll just work through this one. Come on, you guys. 10 more seconds left. We can do this. And rest. Nice work. Okay, last one is going to be our fast feet in and out. So for this one, I'm going to use the reference point of the top of my mat here, which you guys can't quite see. There we go. So I'm at the back here, and I'm going to go over and back across this line, trying to work as fast as I can, moving my arms and legs, and go. Here we go. So we're doing this one for 60 seconds. Maybe you guys saw that coming. If you're here last Wednesday, same style. So we're going to work through this and try to pace ourselves for this entire 60 seconds. For those of you who are low impact, we're just going to take a bit of a lighter step. You can still do the same style. If you're a bit higher impact, we can kind of stomp the ground a little bit more if your household permits. But try your best to just move your feet as fast as you can, over and back across that line. Let's go, you guys. We are getting there. You have 15 seconds left. Let's do it. Let's do it. Good work. 3, 2, and rest. Nice work, you guys. Okay, so that was our first set. We are going to do it again 3 more times. Back down onto the floor with our bird dog rows. So we still have this 20 seconds, which, well, you guys only have 5 seconds left. So let's get down here. Get ready to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. So we can start with that same side we started with on the first set. Trying to exhale, keep that core nice and tight, and just be more conscious of what you're feeling in here. It's going to help you get more out of it rather than just kind of letting it all hang out. Try to tuck in that belly button to avoid arching, rounding that wants to happen. 1 more rep, and switch sides. Good job, you guys. So 30 seconds on our other side. Working that arm. Again, those of you who have the band, you have one side anchored with the hand like this, and then we're pulling in that opposite. Okay? Let's do it. And time. Nice work, you guys. Okay, good job. So we are going to stand it up, move on to the next one, which is our power lunges, which starts in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So starting that second set on our first side, trying to land as softly as possible. Let's see if this other app is going to work for me. Nope. There you go. Good job, you guys. And switch sides. Other side, same thing. Let's go. So trying to drive that knee up and exhaling on the way up. You guys got it going on. Let's go, let's go. 15 seconds left right here. Breathe, here we go. Nice work, you guys. There it is. 5 seconds. Give me a couple more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work, you guys. Okay. Breathe in, rest in. We're going to do our fast feet over and back across that line. It's kind of like a dance move. All right, so take a couple deep breaths, you guys. We are getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Let's go. Working this one for 60 seconds. Yay. Nice work, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Breathing through this one. Trying to coordinate those arms and feet. I know sometimes it can be a little bit difficult, but what I recommend for this one is to start off a little bit slower and to find that coordination of the arms and the legs and the feet, and then slowly build up on your pace, going faster and faster until eventually you're going so fast, can't go any faster, but then the timer is going to go off. I will tell you when it's done. 10 more seconds. Let's go, though. We got to push ourselves right now. Come on. This is going to take us to the end of our second set in 3, 2, and rest. Nice work, you guys. Okay, good job. So quick sip of water. It's close because you only got 20 seconds. We're going to start our third set. Yes. So bring yourself back down to the floor because we are going to start in just over 5 seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Bird dog rows. Let's do it. So 30 seconds, these guys. Trying to extend that leg up, get it as straight as we can. Take your heel up to the ceiling rather than your toe. The heel extension helps us feel a little bit more on the bootay on that working side. 10 more seconds over here. Almost did a regular bird dog. All right, give me one more rep and switch sides. Nice work, you guys. So other side, same exact thing. Thinking about our core. Trying to exhale as you pull in. Okay, we're at 15 seconds left. Go through a couple more of them. Yes, feeling the core. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good job, you guys. Okay, so bring it on up. Third set of these power lunges. So take a couple deep breaths. This timer is very small, but I got it working. Yay! All right, get yourself ready, you guys. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Starting that first side of these power lunges. Now with these ones, 30 seconds per side, but we still really do have to pace ourselves. These ones get very hard, very quick. The leg starts burning. You might feel like you want to stop. But try your best to just keep going. Even if you just keep going the lunges, okay, this is better than you stopping and pondering your life, because you are on the work interval. So we have to keep working right now. 3, 2, 1, and switch legs. There it is. Other leg, other side. Let's do it. Third set, you guys have to do this one more time. Here we are. Done this first circuit. Yay. 15 seconds. There you go. Arms and legs. You got it. Good work, you guys. Do one more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. All right. Breathing, resting, shaking out those legs. Getting yourself ready for those quick over and back feet over your line. And not straighten up. There we go. Okay, so a couple deep breaths. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So quick feet over and back across that line. I'm trying to find a pace that you can maintain. And then we're going to bring it up a little bit faster as we go through this. So pace yourself. It's 15 seconds at least. And we're going to push ourselves as hard as we can for the last 30 seconds. Okay, so I'll tell you when that is. Just find a pace that you know you can do the entire time, all right? It's comfortable. And let's push it a little bit harder. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. So try to find that uncomfortable feeling that I'm always talking about, that we're always trying to achieve in these workouts. And that's what's up right now. So let's get it going on. 15 seconds left. Let's go, you guys. Breathing through this. Come on. I know you're getting tired, but let's just keep it moving here. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice work, you guys. Okay. Yeah. Water. Walking it off. Resting. We have one more set of these 3, and that starts in 5 seconds. So get down there, get ready, get set, and here we go. Timer has started. Last set, you guys, of our bird dog rows. Going through in our 30 seconds per side. Taking our time, going a little bit slower, trying to be more controlled through our core, not let any of that tilting or shifting happen in our hips. I'll go through this side. Watch my non-beeping timer up here. Give me like 2 more reps over there. And switch sides. Nice work, you guys. So we'll move on to that second side, the last set. Woo. There it is. This is it. 15 seconds left. Through this. Good work, you guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3 more reps. You got it. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job. All right, bring it up. Power lunges. Last set of them though. So that's probably good news because if you want to talk about it, these are really hard. All right, you guys, ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. Final set of these power lunges. Trying to use that exhale to see if you can get your leg up a bit higher, your foot off the floor a little bit more, and overall just become more straight at the top of that rep. You want to avoid staying in this low bent over position, but rather drive up and like get up there, chest up, and so that we produce that straight position with our body, from our head down to our foot. Switch sides. There it is. Maybe I distracted you. Let's do the other side. Last set, you guys. Let's go. Trying to do the same exact thing that we just did on that first side, which I know your leg doesn't really want to do, but your mind does. So just make it happen. 10 seconds left. Let's do this. You so got this. Just don't stop. For another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, you guys. All right, the last one. We are here, over and back, and then we're gonna have about 2 minutes of full-on rest before we start the next circuit. Okay, so line up those feet, starting in 5 seconds. Take that deep breath in. Ready? 3, 2, and here we go. Quick feet over and back across that line. Trying to move them, staying light on our feet as light as we can. There it is. Nice work, guys. Quick over and back. You got it. Again, trying to pace ourselves so that we never need to stop and that we can just keep going and keep moving through this. Even if it's a little bit slower, you can always pick it back up because you got time with it. 30 seconds of time specifically, so let's go. Lots of time. Okay, moving a little bit quicker. Let's go. 15 seconds, you guys. Strong finish to our first circuit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work, you guys. Okay, so I literally set a clock for 2 minutes because sometimes I get a bit distracted. So we are going to rest for the next 2 minutes where you guys can just walk, grab some water for the next minute or so, and then I will start to explain the final circuit that we are going to go through that is going to take us to the end of the class. Yay! So right now, you guys are just breathing. Hopefully you feel good, although maybe you don't feel so good right now. You will. You'll feel even better when this workout is done. But right now, we'll just try to calm ourselves down a little bit. Take some H2O in. Take some of those nice, deep, calming breaths. Keep moving, especially if you are really hot and heavy. And we are going to talk about the next part. So I'm going to start off with explaining the time format, which is similar but different to the first circuit that we were following. So we're going to have 3 exercises total. The first 2 we're going to do for 60 seconds. So single-sided situation, 60 seconds, 60 seconds, and then the last one is a single-sided one. So we're going to spend 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side. So very similar, but a little bit different than our first circuit, okay? So first one, I'm going to talk about it right now, and then I'm going to explain the next 2 on timer just as we did in our first one. So we are back down on the floor for alternating side planks for the first 60 seconds. Now this one, yes, there is lots of sneaky core work in here. We have some shoulder stability work, but you are going to get your heart rate. You're going to feel your heart rate getting up there, your heart and lungs working as you guys go through this. So what we're going to do is set ourselves up and do this from our forearms, ideally from down here. At any point, you guys can do this from your hands. I find that it makes it a bit more challenging to do it from the hands, but it is also harder on the wrists. So keep that in mind, but it's an option that is available for you. We want to make sure if you are doing the forearms that we have parallel forearms like this, getting ourselves into a plank position with our feet a little wider. There's my 2-minute timer. Our feet a little bit wider than our hips, and we're going to alternate, or I'm sorry, you guys. Forearms not like this. Forearms like this. Don't let me confuse you, because as we open up into that side plank, we want to rotate onto our forearm and then open up this side like so, and then we'll place that arm back across like this and open up to this side, and we're going through this for 60 seconds, okay? So get yourself set up. We're gonna press start on this timer, do a thing for 60 seconds, and then I'll show you guys the other two on that 20 seconds of rest, okay? Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Timer has started. Let's do it. So again, yes, I'm sorry for the little confusion. Forearms are like this because this is going to put you in a much safer position on your shoulder as you guys open up to the side than having them like this. Okay, this is one that we want when we're just holding the plank. So if you find that these alternating side planks are too hard, that's something that you can do. You can just hold your plank rather than moving through the alternating side planks. The other thing that you could do, you guys have 30 seconds left, because I know these are really effing hard, all right? So if they're too challenging for you, try to find something to elevate yourself. So I could grab my chair that I sometimes bring out and use, and I could do it off of the chair, which is gonna elevate the floor and make this a lot more manageable to do, because you got 15 seconds left, okay? So you guys got lots of options to go through this. Alternating side planks. All right, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice work, you guys. Okay, so the last two are standing up. We're gonna, excuse me, get ourselves off the floor and go through lateral bounds for the next one. So I'm loading up one leg. I'm going to bound myself side to side and working with those opposite arms, reaching across. And this one, again, is working for 60 seconds. For those of you who are low impact, we're going to take a lunge out to the side and just tap that back foot over, trying to, again, work with those opposite arms and assisting us to go through this, all right? And go. Here we go. You guys have started. Let's do it. So as you're going through this, we want to make sure that we're getting alignment through the hip, the knee, and that foot on the front leg here. So try your best to kind of look down a little bit. You can check yourself. Make sure that you are lining up as you go through this. Woohoo! Good job, you guys. 30 seconds left. We are halfway through this one. Let's do it. Okay, so we're moving efficiently. And if you guys are low impact, we're taking this wide step. We're trying to tap, move the arms together. Let's go. Let's go. 10 seconds. I don't want to accidentally forget about that timer here. About the beep. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job, you guys. Okay, so the last one is our knee to elbow. We're doing 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. Low impact, we're just going to do our standard knee to elbow. If you can handle a jump, we're going to add this little hoppity hop into it, okay? So 30 seconds over here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go. So 30 seconds right here. I'm trying to drive these two together at the top. This little bounce in my step. And if you don't jump, you're just going to work it same style, driving this knee, trying to keep weight on that front leg. Woo! 10 more seconds on this side only. Let's go. Driving one side together, trying to keep that chest open and breathing. Good job, you guys. And switch sides. Other side, same thing, same intensity. Whatever you were doing on the first side, we're bringing it over here and doing it again. There you go. Woo! This one, a little bit fun maybe. Got a little bounce in your step. 10 seconds left, you guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and resting for 20 seconds until we do it again. You guys have 3 more sets of these 3 exercises. And then we are done for the day. We can start our days and feel amazing, okay? Because we're going to push ourselves really hard in these next 3 sets. So get back down there onto the floor, alternating side planks, starting in right now. Let's go. Timer has started. Let's do it. So we'll align those hands. Again, if you find that this alternating side plank is too challenging for whatever reason, rather than doing it down on your knees, which is an option, we could do it down here. You guys maybe just hold your plank and try to work on maintaining this plank position. Because what we're doing in this alternating side plank, we're essentially holding a plank the entire time, and it's a really hard plank because we're moving in it. So it's not just like a standard plank. So if you struggle to just hold a plank for that minute, then that's something that you should probably work on right now. If you can't do my alternating ones. 15 seconds left. Nice job, you guys. Breathe through these. They are not meant to be easy. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Get up off the floor. Nice job, you guys. All right, we're going to work with our lateral bounds. Yes, and we got 10 seconds until we start. So do not have enough room. There we go. All right, so bring it on over, ready, and here we go. Opposite arm, reaching with opposite leg. As you guys go through this, trying to, again, load up that one side here, align your arms. We want to stay in this sort of forward athletic position the entire time. And that goes for if you're low impact or if you are jumping side to side. You still want to be slightly forward, strong core. It's that time that we're starting to get tired. So we're really going to try to push ourselves right now so that we do not stop as we go through this set. 15 seconds, you guys. Side to side. Let's go. A few more of these. We have 5 seconds left. Do it. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job, you guys. Okay. All right. Knee to elbows. So it's definitely kind of an aerobics style move. It's one that stuck with me from when I used to teach my group classes. Let's get it going on here, you guys. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. But I really like this one, especially with the hot, because if you really make it intense, no matter what fitness level you are, okay, all you have to do is just make things move a lot faster. And that goes for high impact or low impact. Something with a low impact as well. If you do want to make it a bit more challenging, you can try doing it with extended arms like this, rather than with elbows here. It just takes more energy to move those arms up and down. Okay, and switch sides, you guys. So other side, let's go. Same thing, working this other side here, whatever you got going on, let's do it. Do it. There it is, a little coordination as well. I know we are thinking a little bit about what's going on. 10 seconds left. Let's do it. There it is. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job, you guys. Yes. Moving on to set number 3. We have 2 more. We are literally done. We have a nice stretch to finish us off today. We are good to go. So get back down there, you guys. We are starting in 5 seconds for our 3rd set of our alternating side planks. Ready, set, and go. The timer has already started. Let's do it. So if you are doing a full-on alternating side planks, we're trying to roll onto the side. Doing this and you kind of get to that halfway point, or 3/4 of the way, you just can't do it anymore. We know with any type of planking variation that if we widen up our feet, it makes it feel a lot easier because our base support is wider. So it's something that you can try if you're kind of stuck, or if you don't think that you're going to make it, just kind of inch those feet a little bit wider and see if that helps you just keep going. For the time you have left, which is 15 seconds, I just had a moment I thought it was going to be over. Let's go, you guys. 10 seconds left. 3rd set. Do this one more time. 3, 2, 1, and stand it up, you guys. Nice work. Okay, lateral bounds. So yes, we got some leg work here combined with this cardio going on for our heart, but you can really customize this one to make it more or less leg focused. It just depends on how much you actually lunge into it. Ready? And go. Timer started. So if I take a deeper lunge and I kind of load up that leg more to jump myself off, it's gonna be a lot harder on the leg because I'm using more muscles in the leg. Whereas if I just don't sit so low and I kind of keep my butt up a bit higher and I go through this, I'll be able to probably go faster because my legs won't be working so hard as I go through this. So keep that in mind. Okay, you guys have 30 seconds left. 30 seconds, which means you are halfway through. So whatever you've been doing for this first half, try your very best. Just keep on keeping on and keep doing it through the last half. Keep keeping our shoulders and our hips facing forward. Sometimes with this one, we kind of want to turn and open side to side, which oftentimes puts some stress on our knees because we end up sort of twisting through our knees. 3, 2, 1. Press. Nice for me, guys. Okay. Woohoo. All right, knee to elbows. And then we go one more round, and then we are there. Okay, so pick whatever side you guys want to start with. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Let's go. 30 seconds over here, working with this one side. Whatever you guys got going on, trying to land soft, but work as efficiently as possible. Be as intense as you can with these knee to elbows. Even though they feel kind of like a dance move, I want an intense dance move out of you guys right now. Let's go. Okay, we got a little bit more, 5 more seconds on this side. Get some more in. Let's go. 3, 2, and switch sides. So let's do it. Other side. Same thing. Let's go. Good job, you guys. Do it. Finishing strong on our third set. 15 seconds left. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Keep it up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good job. All right. Couple sips of water, my friends. We are there. The final set. This is it. The last set, the last circuit. 3 exercises. Last round. Not done. I'm going to spend some time on the floor stretching. First things first, let's get this round done though. And it starts in 3, 2, 1. Get down there, alternating side planks. Final set, you guys. This is it. So you want a strong finish, the strongest finish that you can give us right now for each of these. So again, you are not going to make it in this alternating side plank. Just plank and just hang out there. See if you can challenge yourself to do that because you are halfway there. You have 30 seconds left. Okay, if you're holding the plank, maybe you can throw in some of those alternating side planks. Last little bit here because you know this is your last set. Sometimes we can sort of surprise ourselves on our final sets because that's how humans work. Our brains work. We usually push ourselves a bit harder. 10 more seconds left. So this is your last chance right here on this one to finish as strong as you can, guys. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good job. Okay, stand up, get off the floor. We will be back down there for our stretch, but first let's get these 2 movements done. Our lateral bounds and those knee to elbows. Yes. Okay. Starting in 5 seconds, you guys, bring it on over. 3, 2, and here we go. So side to side, again, final set, trying to stay strong in our pace and keep our shoulders, our hips, everything facing forward. So you can actually look forward, make sure that you're not ending up looking off to the sides. And let's go. Nice work, you guys. We are getting so close. We are 30 seconds in, halfway there to the end of the lateral bounds. Okay, so this is it. This is all you get. Last opportunity to see how strong you can be here. 15 seconds of it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, you guys, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Last one. Woo! This is it. Knee to elbows. 30 seconds per side. And then we are going to walk it off for the last time. And rest for the last time. All right, you guys ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Starting with your first side. Trying to go as hard as you can. Be as strong as you can for that 30 seconds. Okay, whatever you guys are doing, whatever version it is, I want all of it right now. I missed that. Come on. Okay, and this is on you. You have to do this. You have to push yourself. You have to make that happen. I'm just going to remind you that it is important, and you are going to feel so much better if you make yourself as uncomfortable as you can right now. 3, 2, and switch sides. Other side, same intensity, same energy, finishing as strong as you can. Let's go. This is it. 15 seconds left, you guys. Last one. There we go. Do not stop. Do not slow down until I tell you to stop, which is in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. And stop. And you guys are so very done. Yay! So right now, you're probably feeling quite hot and heavy. Heart rate is up. Lungs are working. We're going to take a couple minutes to just rest. Okay, we know that moving and walking helps us cool down more efficiently. It also helps us just genuinely feel a little bit better. After doing something so crazy like that, we got our heart rate up, lungs are working. We just stop. Sometimes we get a little bit lightheaded. Sometimes we might feel nauseous. So if that ever happens to you, walking typically will help in addition to breathing. Okay, taking deep breaths and trying to control the breaths, but actually trying to take calming breaths to help your entire body and everything within calm down from that crazy stuff that you guys are done. Hopefully you feel good and accomplished after that workout. We're going to finish you guys off with a couple full body focused stretches. The first one is for our chest and shoulders, and you can do it while you're still cooling down. So as soon as you are kind of starting to feel like a normal person, you can reach behind your back, still moving, still walking. You can interlock our fingers if you can reach. If not, then you can just put your hands on the back of your hips, pull your elbows together, and we're going to get a nice stretch through the front of the chest and shoulders, which is one that we're always trying. I'm always on your guys' asses about stretching for the posture. So we'll hold this here, and you can kind of keep moving, keep breathing as you go through this. Although we're not going to do it, when we're done these other stretches, if posture is something that you are trying to improve and work on, spending some time in a more deep static stretch, a holding stretch for your chest, this will help you. Okay, it'll also feel good if you're a little sore from yesterday's push-ups if you guys were here. So you can do that once we're done these next two. So the next one is down on the floor. Important today that we stretch our hip flexors out. So you can join me down here. Tackling hip flexor stretch, the strong pelvic tilt. Talked recently a lot about this one being done in a standing position, which always is an option whenever I do it kneeling. It just depends on what floats your boat. Okay, most important is that we're feeling the stretch through the front of the hip, because we did a lot of work through the front of the hip, the abs, through all the bird dog rows and those knee to elbows, the knee drives, everything, in addition to all the real life stuff that works these guys. So we want to make sure to give them a nice stretch. So we'll spend 60 full seconds holding. Okay, and we're going to hold this first side together so that you guys get at least one full set in. Because if you're like me, you can be a little ADD when it comes to stretching. I mean, you're in your home too, and you see something to do. It just can be easy to get swept away. So we'll just hang out here, hold this stretch, 20 more seconds, just breathing into it. If you want to feel it more, you can squeeze our butt back here. Like activate your glutes. And that will actively stretch the front here, especially towards the end of this minute. So take a couple more deep breaths. Oh, this feels so nice. And we are going to switch sides. So I'm actually going to turn around so that I can still hold on to my wall, because I don't like focusing on balance and stretching, and I don't recommend that you do that either. Sometimes it can just be unsafe, because when we stretch, we're putting the muscles and everything around into a lengthened stretch position. And if we're balancing, sometimes we can lose our balance. And now I'm stretching, and I lost my balance. I have to kind of catch myself, but I'm in a stretch position, and it can just become extremely unsafe, because You shouldn't be doing anything else except just stretching when we're stretching. Hopefully that makes sense. So hold on. We're holding this second side here. Same thing. Feeling that hip. If you want more, you can squeeze your butt. We are breathing. So we'll take about 20 more seconds on this side. There's one more that I want you guys to do. Oh, my computer almost updated. It's good though. It warned me. It's like, do you want to end your Zoom meeting? I was like, no. Okay, so you guys can relax out of it. The last one is going to be for the back of our legs and our lower back. So we're gonna have a seat. You can turn around, have a seat on your behind. First things first, you can extend your legs and we'll walk our hips back. So we're sitting kind of right on the sit bones on the bottom of our butt, not on the back of our butt. And those steps make a big difference on the comfort of this stretch. So next thing we'll do is extend our legs out so that we get the entire bottom of the lower leg on the floor. So if you are quite flexible and you know that about yourself, you can start with your legs more close together. If you are not so flexible, then you can try sitting in a more wide position, widening up your legs, as it will typically make it feel a lot more comfortable. If you're really, really unflexible, you can lean back slightly with your arms behind you, but the goal eventually is to try to sit up like this with a straight back, okay? You don't want to have a rounded back. So if this is happening, if you're rounding, if you feel that's kind of happening, lean back and straighten it out, and then eventually we'll work our way to sitting up. Most of us can probably sit up, so find this position. Nice posture, and then we're going to keep the posture as we walk our hands forward. So with the flat back, which is going to make this big stretch on the hamstrings, the back of the calves, the entire lower body, back of the leg. So we'll hold this here, taking a couple nice deep breaths. With the inhale, we can kind of lift up a little bit more, sit up a bit more tall, and then we exhale and try to lean into it a little bit more, not forcing anything. It should not be painful, okay? Just tension, just that slight stretch, which gets more comfortable as we sit in this. Okay, so take one more deep breath, and then we're going to sit back up. And on the next one, the last one this is, we're going to round forward rather than trying to keep our back straight. So I'm going to allow my chin to tuck and then move through each vertebrae of my back, trying to kind of round each one down through my spine, walk my hands forward, and now I will still probably feel my hamstrings in the back of my legs, but more than that, you're going to feel your low back opening up because of that rounded position. And so we can hold this here and finding that sweet spot where it's not too much stretch, where we can just kind of sit comfortably in it. So if it's too much, just ease off a little bit. And we're gonna hang out here and just stretch it out a little bit. So this is the last one I'm gonna leave you guys with. If there's anything else that you wanna stretch, maybe you wanna take some time to stretch out your calves, because we did lots of jumping around stuff. You guys are trying to be with it. Or you can flip around, do your low back. Okay, maybe you wanna sit into your bow and arrow where we lay on our side and rotate. This is always a good one to do, especially after like a full body day like this. But you guys are done with me. Yay! We made it through another one. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys are amazing. I will see you tomorrow. We have upper body. Yay! Have a great day. Hopefully you guys feel good, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.